Hey guys, Happy New Year. Welcome back to After Credit Reflection. My name is Nolan, and I am here to keep my promise and keep my word, just like Sonny Hayes did in F1. That's right, I am diving straight into one of the best performing movies at the box office this year, F1 starring Brad Pitt. I don't even know where to start with this movie. I mean, the fact that an Apple original film made it to movie theaters and was one of the best movies of 2025. I mean, come on. Like, does it get any better than that? Anyways, where I'm going with this is that I love this movie. I loved a lot of the movies that came out in 2025. Now, if you didn't know, 2025 was peak for movies. And 2026, now that we're in it, is going to be even more peak for movies. Now, I love F1, and I'm going to dive a little bit more into this because of how much I love it. But first, if you do feel so inclined, please like and share this. I'm not asking you to subscribe because that's asking you to follow me, and honestly, I don't know what your fancy is. But if you just leave a like, and then if you share this with somebody that you think would like it, then go ahead. But let's get underway. Okay, so F1 is the story of a NASCAR driver, kind of old, well, he is old uh, F1 driver, Sonny Hayes. He retired because of an injury and he retired from F1. So later on down the line, his buddy needed him to race for the team that Sonny's buddy bought and is kind of managing. The quid pro quo that there is that Sonny has to get along with JP, who is kind of this cocky, hot headed jerk dude who by the end of it turns out to be heartwarming and they kind of grow like brothers. So, it's tale as old as time. I want to dive a little bit into Sonny Hayes and what makes him tick because I think I've figured out what makes him tick. And I think Brad Pitt explores this character very vividly in F1. So, Sonny Hayes, what is there to say about this character that has not already been said? He's funny, he's cocky, he's a stuck up jerk, he's a master of the craft, but overall, he genuinely wants the team to win. And I think that under that leadership, that's what takes the team to the next level. Now, do I think Sonny Hayes is a little bit too much of a jerk sometimes? Yeah, but he knows the craft, he knows how to play the game, and that's what makes Brad Pitt's uh portrayal of this character so, I guess, thrilling. I guess thrilling is the right word. Um it's definitely a fun movie to watch. It's very adrenaline pumping and definitely it has a lot of action in it. There's a few crash scenes, and I think that overall, this movie, if it doesn't get into the like front runners at the Oscars this year, I'm going to be very surprised. Like, this movie is that good to where it can compete with the top competitors of this year, like Sinners and maybe Superman. I don't know. I think that F1 has Superman beat here, but Superman's another video. Um, I do think that F1 could have done a few things better. I'm trying to decide what those things are, but if I do find out, I will gladly share it as a reel and tell you guys. I just love this movie front to back. I remember seeing it for the first time. That opening scene kind of just gripped me, and it was just amazing to see this action. And fun fact, um, in order to shoot the like scenes where we see the driver in the driver's seat of the F1 vehicle, it they had to adjust the weight ratio, and that sort of realism is not really shown in many movies. So I loved that they took the extra effort, and that the directors and the producers, that they took that extra effort just to make sure that it was authentic. And they trained Brad Pitt in how to race F1. They had actual F1 racers in the movie, which I think is personally amazing to watch. But I think that when it comes down to it, this movie is more about the heart of Sunny Hayes and how it changes over the course of the movie. Now, do I think that uh do I think that some of the characters were shallow? Yeah, but I'm not going to express who what characters those are, because that wouldn't be good of me to express, cuz who's going to care what I think? Um anyways, so back to the topic of F1. I thought that this movie was a solid, I'd say 9.5 out of 10. The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because of those shallow characters. But the exploration of Sonny Hayes and how he grew from this stuck up jerk into one of the best inventive minds of Formula One was amazing to watch. Even though it was fictional, like I have friends who watch Formula One and they watch F1 for real, and they're like, yeah, this is not realistic at all. Like, there's a few things that are wrong with it. I'm like, yeah, but you said a few things are wrong. You never said that everything was wrong. So it's just amazing to see that. Now, if you want to check out everything that's wrong um, with F1, CinemaSins does it. And also, if you want to check out, I'm pretty sure that Screen Junkie did an honest trailer for F1. If not, you can blame me. But yeah. And as I close today, I just want to say that I've loved being able to share my opinion freely about these movies. Not that anybody cares, or not that my opinion matters at all, but it's just cool to have an outlet to share that. And if you feel like you don't have that outlet, know that you do. You have the tools at your disposal. Just make sure that you know what you're doing when it comes to, when I say know what you're doing, I mean know what you're going to be showing in order to show that particular thing. I've loved movies all my life. And so I knew that movie criticism and diving more into the story is more what I wanted to do and what I wanted to present. So, yeah. If you love movies, then do movies. If you love art, do art. If you love sports, do sports. If you want to break down everything uh everything wrong with Fortnite, then do that. But also understand that it's going to take time to pick up speed. I am still trying to pick up speed. So, yeah. I do love that you guys all tuned in. And if you did go to like this, then like it. But if you didn't, then don't. Um, yeah, I don't really mind. Like, I'm still at that point where I'm like, okay, I'm not getting many views, I'm not getting many likes. So I fully understand. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great New Year's. I hope um, that this episode kind of showed you a little bit more. I know I was very excited through all of this. It's been a heck of a New Year's. I went on a hike earlier today. So, yeah, just make sure you're staying safe out there. If you're old enough to drink, then drink responsibly. Make sure that you have water and that you eat protein and carbs so that way you can recover and recover healthily. Also, make sure that you take breaks from screen time. I know that I have trouble with this, so I'm going to be working on it this upcoming year. But make sure that you are taking breaks from screen because watching screens all day is not a way to go about your day. So, yeah, this has been After Credit Reflection. My name has been Nolan, and I will see you later.